Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video, guys, we're gonna talk about Khloé Kardashian finally addressing her ex-husband, Lamar Odom, getting that Khloé doll. Now, in case you guys have missed it, yes, Lamar Odom, Khloé's ex-husband, did order a doll to the image and likeness of Khloé Kardashian. And he basically revealed this while he was on We're Out of Time podcast. He said that the doll was made to resemble Khloé and admitted that the idea was sick. Now, in a, new season of the Kardashians, Khloé is finally addressing this revelation. She's calling it weird, gross, and she's also calling this demonic. Let's take a look at this clip together, shall we? And then I'll get back with the rest of my commentary.
A sex doll that looks like your wife is about mental health?
For me, it would be. Yeah, for me, it would be. Yeah, I mean, it's sick, but I think we're all a little off, or a little weird.
Dude, don't ever embrace your insanity.
Yeah.
I found out about Lamar's blow-up doll, I think the same way any of us found out. It was on the internet. Not sure why that's something we are publicly talking about. Lamar thinks this Khloé-like sex doll will be perfect because he could do whatever he wants with her sexually. No word on how Khloé feels about this tribute.
Oh my goodness.
You sound so demonic and unwell.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be flattered by this. It's more, man, this validates just how different we are and how much we've grown apart. And it's creepy and it's weird. But I'm not hurt by it. That's more his journey. It's just more weird and gross.
Now, guys, I'm so happy that Lamar was told right there and then not to lean into his insanity. He was told directly right in that moment, don't embrace your insanity, because he wanted to use the excuse of that is a little bit sick, but it's okay because we're all a little bit sick. When you embrace those things like, okay, it's okay for me to stalk her a little bit and, track her down on all social media platform, dox her, get her number, get a blow up doll in her image and likeness. It's a little bit sick, but it's okay because everyone else is a little bit sick. That is how people tend to do, really horrible, disgusting things and thinks that it's okay. And then there are people who, in fact, make excuses for them because those people have some sickness and weird behavior that they are also telling themselves that it's okay. And it's definitely not okay because Khloé has moved on and Khloé has been nothing good to Lamar Odom. She basically stick around. She stood by him even when she didn't have to, even when she was not obligated to, even when he was unfaithful, lying, abusing. She stood by him because she realized that he needed help. And now she is gone. It's truly decent to just let her go. Now also, when Khloé said that's, evil and demonic, for a second there, I thought she was talking about her mom, Kris Jenner, because Kris Jenner gave that laugh like, like Kris Jenner is right up into those things. Like Kris Jenner loves to know that her girls, have men, in that kind of sense in Kris Jenner's head, because when Khloé sees one thing, Kris Jenner sees that as a win, she's like, ooh, he can't get over you. Khloé, he still thinks about you. Ooh, he still has the hots for you. So Kris Jenner is like that kind of person. So Kris Jenner think it's a bit, cute. That's somewhat funny that this guy's so obsessed with his daughter. But at the same time, emotionally, Khloé is a different individual from her mom. And Khloé knows the ins and outs of the situation that she had with Lamar Odom better than anyone else does. She knows that she gave her marriage all of her best. She gave it 110%. And while she was there holding it down, keeping his secrets and praying and clutching to her prior cloth, this girl, every single relationship, she has to be grabbing those prior cloth because these men have just been so abusive to her. And Khloé has been nothing but good. Everyone can literally see that. I haven't heard or seen anyone on the internet dubbing Khloé to be a bad partner. Everyone and literally everyone gives her the kudos for just being this amazing human being in a relationship. If anything, people, they'll say she's too good and she needs to realize that, she's being too good, she's being too kind, and these men really don't deserve her, so she needs to just let them be and find their mistakes on their own. But I've never seen anyone basically bashing her, dragging her, or anything of that sort. So you know that Khloé is a real decent, genuine woman when it comes to her relationship. And Lamar had that. And I believe that now that he no longer has that, the women that have been around him has just been in his life to take what they can get, steal his money, honey, because that, he was with one who basically did some fraudulent activities on his accounts, took some money, and that was it. No, he's realizing the value of Khloé, and he can't have Khloé. He's like, let me make myself my own replica, And I think that even if he did that, keep it to yourself. Go get therapy, talk to a therapist to see if that was something that would be, somewhat okay for you to do on a mental level. But I'm happy that during this podcast, he was encouraged not to lean into those behaviors and not to trust those sick behaviors and give into them, because that's where problem starts, literally that's where a lot of people problem starts. And then before you know it, it gets out of control. You become a sex addict, having multiple dolls, going back to the brothel, passing out again. But this time around, no Coco is going to be there for him. So he needs to wake up and just work on himself consistently. He has the money to do so. He has the connection to do so. So he has all the resources that he needs besides Khloé. And that is just something that he needs to accept. He was given his fair shot, and he was given more than a fair chance at love with Khloé. And Khloé was even so kind because she did, we saw him on the show just a few weeks ago, and she kept all these things and, she gave them to him. You can tell that she was hurt that, he messed up the marriage so badly, because at one point in time she was like, you were out there doing things that you weren't supposed to do. So, he did so much that it is hard for her to ignore the mountain of things that he did wrong, and how he was not willing to walk away from those things. He was not even willing to fight to walk away from those things, because as Khloé recalled, she said that even after, they thought that he was going to die. He was in a coma for so many days. And after he was discharged from the hospital and he had to learn to walk again, everything again, months after Khloé went to visit him, Khloé showed up at his house and he was doing drugs again. She did say drugs, but she said he was doing something that he shouldn't be doing. And that is when Khloé was like, I'm done. It's really not going to work. And she just walked away because she realized that she was about to be caught in a trapped cycle. And this is the thing with Khloé. She gives these men too much room to hurt her repeatedly. And because she gives them so many chances, like, She gives second chances like none other. They always feel so close and so connected to her, like this mommy type of figure. And they need to understand that everyone love has a limit, and Khloe is gone. She's moved on. We like, Lamar Odom, but he needs to let her go, including the doll or any image or likeness of her. He truly needs to let her go, spend the time to work on himself, and just take the time out to know someone and see the value in that person, to see if that person is actually good for him. Because while Khloe was good and amazing, I believe that if he really puts in the time and work, he can find someone that's equally as amazing as Khloe. But it is up to him, when he finds that perfect individual, for him to not mess it up and fight like hell to keep his relationship or marriage sacred, and not go about doing substance or hanging out with other women and prostitutes. But that's all I have to share. This is just my 2 cents on, Lamar Odom and that Khloe doll, and Khloe reacting to it. So it is your time to chime in, guys. What's your take? I know that normally these discussions, you guys love them. So I'm looking forward to see what you guys have to say in the comment section. While you're at it, remember, support your girl. Thumbs up this video, share, leave a comment. Peace.